Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys! It's finally good to see you all here today. Alhamdulillah, Allah still give us a chance to meet Ramadan Kareem through our good deeds along this month. I hope you all had an easy day of fasting. Amin. Today, I'm Bening Anggita Larasati from 8 Abbasiyah B is going to tell you a story about a Sahabat. Can you guess it? You're right! This story is about Salman Al Farisi, a young man who initiated to dig trenches around Medina during the War of Honda. He also translated Al-Quran from Arabic to Persian. He even became a governor from the ancient capital city of Persia when Islam was newly arrived. But do you know how long and how hard is his journey to finally meet Islam? Well, let's start into the story, shall we? Salman was born from a wealthy and rich family. He also had a high noble stature. His father was the leader of a community back in his village of Jaya from the city of Isfahan. Salman was devout Majusi. He was even promoted as the custodian of the fire that they worship. One time, Salman was wandering around the city when suddenly he saw a church. He was interested in the church and came to the church and saw how the early Christianity prayers. He became intrigued by it. He spent time thinking and observing about the religion. Once he got back home, he told his father about his new interest. His father despised it and became furious. He even put a shackle upon Salman's feet to prevent him to ever wander again. But everything was too late for Salman's father, because Salman had become bold and spirited to find the truth about life and God. He then sent a messenger to the church he went earlier and asked when the next caravan that will go to Sham. Sham is the center of the newly found religion resided. Once he got the schedule, he immediately escaped the shackle and started his long journey to seek the truth. When he arrived at Sham, he went around the city to look for a suitable person that could guide him. Eventually, he met this bishop from a church. He offered the bishop his wealth and anything he had in exchange for his guidance. The bishop agreed. However, later on he found out that this bishop was a fraud. He took money from the needy and only took it for himself. Salman despised the bishop for this. Once the bishop died, Salman told the truth about the bishop to all the people. Not long after, someone came and replaced the previous bishop position. Salman found out that this new bishop was an ascetic in nature and cared for the hereafter. He knew that this new bishop was a better teacher for him. He continued to learn from him until his death. He kept looking for new teacher after each of their demises. This sequence continued until the fifth teacher. When the fifth teacher was about to draw his last breath, he told something to Salman. By God, I do not know anyone with the same traits that your teacher used to direct you to. But you have arrived at the time that the prophet will be appointed into a sacred land. His migration will take place between two barren lands into a fertile land that palm trees will grow. He also has a sign that you cannot miss it. He accepts gift but not charity. He also has a seal of prophethood between his two shoulders. After that, Salman took another long journey to reach the land that was described to him. On the journey, Salman met a group of Arab traders whom he hoped could guide him to reach the land that was described to him. Salman offered them everything he had in exchange for their guide. The Arab traders agreed and brought Salman to Wadi al-Qura, for at that place they betrayed Salman. They sold Salman as a slave to a Jewish man. After an unfortunate event, Salman was sold again as a slave to a Jewish man. Only this time, the Jewish man came from the tribe of Bani Qurayza who lived in Medina. Medina is a place that was known to produce palm trees then. One time, Salman accidentally overheard the conversation between his employer and his relative about a man who claimed to be a prophet arriving at Cuba. Salman, who heard this, shivered intensely. On the next day, Salman visited Cuba to meet the prophet. He brought some food as a charity to the prophet. The prophet took it and gave it to his companions. Seeing that the prophet didn't take the charity, he thought to himself, This is the first sign that was described to me. Yes! When the prophet settled in Medina, Salman visited him again. This time, he brought some food as a gift. He gave it to the prophet. The prophet took it and ate some of it and gave the rest of the gift to his companions. Salman thought to himself again, This is the second sign that was described to me. On the last encounter, Salman walked past the prophet and tried to glimpse at the prophet back respectfully, hoping that he would see the seal of the prophethood. Seeing that Salman was trying to look at his seal, the prophet decided to show him the seal. Seeing the seal of prophethood, Salman lowered himself. He was overjoyed by the happiness because his long journey was finally over. So guys, that's the great historical story about Salman Al Farisi, a young man who traveled all the way from Persia to Medina to find the truth about life and God. From this story, we can learn that anyone who is sincerely and genuinely tries will make it. So that's the story for you today. Happy fasting to all of you wherever you are. Please subscribe to Sahabat Al Fatih TV channel. Don't forget to click like, comment, and share. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye!